everybody. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. JL with the follow. Thank you, JL. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to get the goose loose. Hello. There's my boy JDM with the cone. Elegant Fitness, good morning. Desiree, good morning. Tomorrow we trade. Tracy, Mr. Dave, hello on the tubes. Are we ready for tomorrow? Akeem the Dream, hello. Are we ready for tomorrow, everybody? Not Barden. We teach all of that in our VIP for a very low price. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Tap, tap, tap. Share, share, share. Get your heart me's in, everybody. Get your heart me's in. Hello, Jose Lopez. Double deuce of Jose's in here. Good morning. Good morning. The Tiny Diny Trick is on the board today, everybody. The Tiny Diny Trick. Emily, good morning to you. Let's go. Early. It's 9:44. I've been up since 5 a.m. Time you people wake up in the morning. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Tap it out, everybody. Tap her out. Let's go. To the moon. Paul Miranda with the Tiny Diny. Yes, Marcus with the heart me. Good morning, Vibe. Hello. Good morning, our beautiful traders. Mr. Dave with the $1.99 super chat over there on the tubes. Everybody, tap it out. Tap it out, everybody. Good morning, Marcus. How are you? BSM, welcome aboard. Dirty World, hello. Marcus with the goat and the heart me, yes. Unier, hello. Welcome aboard. BSM, thank you. I appreciate you. Ray Contreras, here they come. Levi Johnson, BSM, yes. Thank you, Levi. To the moon. Let's go. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you over there, Ray. All right, Ashley. Good job, Ashley. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ashley for the win. Good morning, Lino Rocha. Hello, Somia. How are you? Are we ready, traders? This morning, what we're going to do is we're going to map out the whip zone, and we're going to give you some scenarios on here. So tomorrow morning, you know what the hell is going on instead of guessing like the majority of people do every day in the markets, okay? Do we like that, everybody? Do we like that? Yes. Let's go. Let's go. We are at 6.5 thousand likes. Good morning. My name is Voss. Hope you guys are doing well. All that we ask is you tap the screen, donate when you can, and share the live out. Right now we have 0 shares. 0. So support the live, share it out. YouTube, make sure we're tapping. Thank you, Mr. Dave, for the gifts and everyone over there for the super chats. I appreciate you. Davion, yes, thank you, my Davion. Start sharing it out, everybody. Start sharing it out. Here we go, Miss Market tomorrow. We know the state of our stock. What is it? What state is our stock of SPY in tomorrow? What is SPY? What is it? What state are we in? Does anybody know? Look, I'll zoom in for you. There you go. What state are we in? We are in a narrow state, yes, here on the SPY. Now, you have 7 scenarios here on SPY, okay? I'm going to mark them out for you right now. Scenario number 1 is you open in the whip zone. Scenario number 2 is you open in that position right there. Scenario number 3, you're going to gap up there. Scenario number 4, you are going to gap up there, okay? Now we're going to come down the board this way. Scenario number 5, you're going to open up there. 6 and 7, you're going to gap to the downside. If we are in scenario 2 at the open, are we going long on Miss Market? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Good morning, SSS. Good job, AZY. Good job. Elegant Fitness says yes. Good job, Chasey. What's up, Max? How are you, bud? A lot of yeses in here. Okay. Correct. You're going to go long there out of the open. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. If we open in scenario number 3, are we going long there on Miss Market? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Yeah, we'll do XRP. Don't worry. Yes, you can go long there. Would I? No, I wouldn't go long there, but you can. The rules state that you can. If you are in scenario 4, are you going long on Miss Market there tomorrow? Okay, are we going long on Miss Market, long there to the upside? No way. Never go long out of that position. So we are not going long out of that position. Those are your first 3 scenarios tomorrow. Does everybody see that on Miss Market? You go long out of that scenario up here, you're going to lose, okay? You're going to lose, just like you do every day, and nothing will change. Let's go down the board now, okay? At the open, ding, 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 are we short out of that scenario number 5, everybody? Are we shorting out of scenario number 5 to the downside? Yes or no, everybody? Shelly says she's going long, short. SSS says no. Marcus, yes, a lot of yeses. Yes, you could go short there. You're in a narrow state. Are you going short out of scenario number 6? Bell goes off. You open right here, 634. Are we going short there, everybody? Yes, you can. The rules state that you can. Number 7 scenario. Are we going short out of scenario number 7? Yes or no? Are we going short out of 7? No. We are not going long out of scenario 4, and we're not going short out of scenario 7 on Miss Market. Does everybody got that? Okay? Does everybody understand this? This in itself, what we just went over right now, is going to save you a lot of pain, okay? A lot of pain. The problem that we have here, and we're going to back all of this up, okay, is that it doesn't matter where Miss Market opens. The majority of people in here and the majority of people that trade the market don't have a clue of what they're doing. They don't know if they should do this. They don't have a clue. They're just guessing. And what happens is this, everybody. You get a big gap up into this scenario. Number 4, the novice trader is going to say, look at that gap up. We're going where, everybody? Where does a novice think they're going? to the moon. How many of you have been burned trying to go long on a gap up every day in the market? How many of you have been burned over and over and over? Put me in the chat. Thank you, Davion, for the finger hearts. Only Dan with the roses. Yes. Pashteen says it happened to him on Friday. Last week, says LM. SSS says me. Jacob says me. LM, yes. Buckeye, good morning. It's the majority of people, okay? I'm just going to tell you that right now. The majority of you, and this is nothing against you traders. You just don't know what you're doing. That's the problem we have here in the markets. That's why 92% of anyone who tries to trade loses, because they just don't know what they're doing. All right? Now, Miss Market, we didn't talk about this position coming out of this scenario. Can you go short, long or short, out of being in the whip zone tomorrow on Miss Market? Yes or no? Put it in the chat, everybody. Can you go long or go short? Coming out of the whip zone, yes, of course, okay? With an event coming out, you're going to take that, folks, okay? Best trades are born out of the whip zones. We don't care which way the market goes. That's what an amateur does. An amateur has a bias on which way the market's going to go, and that is why they lose, because of that bias they created in their egotistical mind. When it doesn't go against them, they have a bias to the upside and it goes to the downside, they still think they're going to go long on that, okay? We don't care which way the market goes, okay? We don't care. We are going with Miss Market. We are not trying to go against Miss Market. Let's go, everybody. We got the tiny diny. This one right here, we just pinned it on the board. There's the first one. Candy! Buckeye, Candy, thank you guys so much. Okay? Now, this is very important. Miss Market takes us to the downside tomorrow. We go on to the downside with an event. We are going with the market. You are a setup trader, first and foremost. You're not a predictor. You are a setup trader. And in order to be good at being a setup trader, you must know the setups that you must trade. How many of you in here, every day when you trade in the market, you are just guessing? And be honest, how many of you, for the most part, are just guessing? Put me in the chat. Challenger says me. Okay. Wolf says me. Kersang says me. Look at everybody that's saying me. That is 92% of traders. All right? Because you just don't know what you're doing. You are a setup trader. We are going to teach you. Thank you, George. We are going to teach you how to be a great setup trader, so you know the setups. We are also going to teach you how to be a great risk manager. You got to protect your losses. If you can't be great at risk management, it doesn't matter how good you are at setting trading setups, you're not going to do anything. You're just going to keep losing, okay? Setup and risk, right? And then maximizing the profits every day. This is what we're going to teach you, everybody, in the VIP. Congratulations to all the new VIP traders from yesterday. Congratulations to you. You have just taken your first step to actually stop guessing, and I applaud you. Everyone, please give a congratulations to all the new VIP members. That's all right, Doc. We love new people because we can train you the easiest. The newer you are to trading, the better you will do in our VIP, because you're not bringing the ego in with you, okay? All right, everybody? So we must trade risk. We know on Miss Market tomorrow, above a 637.63 up, under 636 to the downside. That is our whip zone. We are in a narrow state on Miss Market. Let's go over to Nvidia. So we know on Nvidia tomorrow, what state are we in, everybody? We are in a narrow state on Nvidia as well. So we know on this market above 183, you got to get over that whole number, okay, to the upside. Under 182, you got to get under that whole number to the downside. That is what we know here on Nvidia. Once again, we don't care which way the market goes. We are trading the setup. We listen to what Miss Market tells us, okay? We obey what Miss Market tells us, and we wait for the setup of Miss Market. That is all we're doing. There are too many of you trying to predict what is going to happen. And as you can see by your win rate and your monthly gains, your prediction is not very good. Okay? You're not Nostradamus. You're not a psychic. And if you look at your past 6 months of trading, that should now convince you that you predicting doesn't work in the markets. Okay, everybody? Martini with the rose. Thank you, my candy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for all the follows, everybody. Tom Lou, hello. The 2-minute chart is used between 9:30 and 9:45. Okay? The 5-minute chart will be used thereafter of 9:45. The 5-minute chart is the one. The 2-minute chart, you are always going to base your state of your stock off of. Because if you don't know these 3 things as a trader, you're never going to make it in the market. You must know the state of your stock, the position of your stock, and where you are in the market cycle before you take any trade in the market. Those are the 3 foundations of taking trades, everybody. Lino Rocho with the money gun and the title gifter. Thank you, Lino. I appreciate you. These are the 3 things you must know in the market before you do anything. Your state, your position, and your cycle. Now we're going to add number 4 to this. Does anyone know what number 4 is before you take a trade in the market? What do you need to know? So let's say you know your state, you know your position, and you know what number of the market cycle you are on. What is the last piece of the puzzle that you need in order to take your trade? You got it, Elegant Fitness. Congratulations. Your risk to reward. What are you risking and what is your reward based on your risk? Okay? Most people get into a trade, they have no idea where they're going in the trade. They have no idea where they're going. They just want a little taste of some type of being green because all they're doing is losing all the time. So when they get a little taste of green, they get out. They don't even know what they were risking. They don't even know what their reward was. All they know is they're staring at their profit and loss, which is the worst thing you can do, and they have a little bit of green, and then they get out of the trade. They're not traders. They are just gamblers. That's all they're doing. They don't have a clue. Most traders trade because they are so desperate for money, they think this is the way that's going to get them out of that desperation. But what's going to happen, it's going to put you into more desperation. And that is what you need to know, okay? So when most traders do this, everybody, they take their small little green trades because they're so used to losing. There's a problem doing that. Do we know what the problem is by taking those itty-bitty small green trades, not knowing what their risk to reward was? Does anybody know? Thank you for all the follows, everybody. I appreciate every you. Powder! Andrew, yes. Good job, user. Their losers are a lot bigger than these winners. So I will guarantee you right now, out of everyone that's in our TikTok live, everyone that's in our YouTube live, the majority of you have losers that are bigger than your winners. If that is true, say me in the chat. So just take a poll here, okay, so we understand the audience. If your losers are bigger than your winners, say me. Derek Ginter, girl. Derek says, damn, Voss, how the hell did you know that was me? All right, yeah. And I'm glad that you all are admitting this because this is your first step to changing your trading, okay? That's why your losers are bigger than your winners, because you're so used to losing. When you get a little taste of green, you get out. In that VIP of ours, if trading means that much to you, you're going to get in there and we're going to help you and we're going to change your trading for you, okay? That I'm going to tell you. If you're willing to work hard, we're going to flip this upside down for you. And if you don't believe what I'm saying to you right now, just ask the VIPers that are in here. They all came in with losers bigger than their winners. Now, I would say the majority of them have winners that are bigger than their losers. Now, you're always going to lose in the market. That is a given. You're going to have losing days. All right, that's just a given. But what you're going to stop doing is having losing weeks and losing months. That is what you're going to base your trading off of, is 20 to 22 trading days every month. That is the big picture we are going to look at for you. Not what you're doing every day, not what you're doing every week. It's going to be the month. At the end of every month, if you know if you are progressing in the VIP, is that you're going to start having green months. Okay, everybody? Hello, Akshay. How are you? Muhammad, good to see you. Good to see you over there on YouTube, everybody. OMZ and Agni, thank you for those beautiful donations over there on TikTok. Thank you. This is what we need to do. We got to flip the script, because if your losers continue to be bigger than your winners, you're just wasting your time, correct? Now, there's a couple things that go along with all of this. Number one is your risk management is just putrid, okay? You really don't have a risk management. All you have is hope. So that is your risk management for a lot of traders. They're just hoping when a trade goes against them, they start praying and hope that the stock is going to turn around, and it's not going to for the most part, okay? So your risk management is atrocious. That's the first thing. We have to clean up for you, okay? Because if you have no risk management, that's the foundation of trading, okay? You have nothing. Let me build that out for you so you guys can clearly see this, okay? So we have a home, right? You have a house. What's holding the house up? The foundation, correct? That is risk management in the market. That is the foundation of your home. Because trading is a business, everybody. I don't know if you know this or not, but when you're trading, you're not getting a paycheck every single day that's guaranteed to you. You don't know what you're going to do in the market. You don't know what the market's going to be that day. So risk management is the foundation of your business, okay? So you got to be great at this. If you're not great at risk management, you might as well not continue trading until we fix this mess, okay? Does everybody got that? Then from here, we're going to start building the roof of your house. And this is going to be your entries, all right? Because your entries are what's going to make you money, all right? So we build the roof. The risk is the foundation. The entries is starting to build your roof, all right? What is up here at the top of your roof? The protection for you to do this every single day. You know, when it rains on top of the roof, if you don't have a good roof at the top, it's going to come into your house and you're going to get a lot of flooding, right? Maximizing your profits. That is what's going to keep you in the game long enough. You have to be good at maximizing your profits. In the beginning, risk management. You're going to come into the VIP and you're going to lose. You're going to upload your trades to us, me and the coaches. We are going to review your trades. I have a lot to review today. We're going to review your trades. We're going to tell you what you did right, what you did wrong, okay? You're going to watch the education videos. You're going to show up to all the live trainings that I do every Tuesday and Thursday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. You're going to watch all the recordings of the live trainings that we give. You're going to trade in your simulator every day so you start to learn the movement of the market. We'll go over that in a second. And then you're going to upload your trades. And first, you're going to lose. And we're going to make your losers small, okay? We are going to close the gap on your losers. So once we start making these losers small, we can get into your entries, proper entries. Our setups, and the only setups that you're going to trade in the market, I have about a 70% winning percentage attached to the setup. That doesn't mean you're going to have a 70% winning percentage. That just means the setup will go 70% of the time for you to get your break even in. That's another whole discussion that you'll learn in the VIP. Most traders get in. They don't know when they should put their break even in, okay? So basically, for an amateur trader, it's either win or lose for you. It's black and white for most novice traders. They either win small or lose big. That is the amateur trader in society, okay? But When you become a better trader, you're going to have a third option, and that's going to be called a break-even trade, where you don't lose anything for taking that trade. How many of you in here now can say that the majority of your trades are break-even every day? Put me in the chat. Good morning, Sachin. Good morning, Tenny Flows. Thank you, Christina. Hillary, Jean. Yes. Agni, Marcus. Let's go, everybody. How many of you take majority of break-even trades? Say me in the chat. Hello, Marcello. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Okay? Yes, the majority of you in the VIP, you now know how to take break-even trades. And why is a break-even trade okay? Okay? We know the foundation here. Risk, entry, maximizing profits. We all have that under our belts, right? Most novice traders, if they do get a break-even trade, which is very rare, they get mad that they didn't win the trade. Why do they get mad? Because they have money on the brain. They didn't make money. But what they don't realize is trading isn't a game of making money. Trading is a game of keeping your money. And in order to keep your money, you have to have, we'll go back to that word again, amazing risk management first. So when you break even on a trade, it is a win. You did not lose anything. But the novice, okay, with the ego is upset because they didn't win. And that is the difference between someone who will be in this game long and who will be in this game for a very, very short time. Which leads me into the next subject. Are we ready, everybody? This is a tough pill to swallow here, okay? Are we ready? Maximum loss per day. Maximum loss per trade. How many of you every day right now can tell me in a second your maximum loss per day and maximum loss per trade? Go, put it in the chat. Go, put it in the chat. One says 100%, one says 3K, one says $10, one says 40, one says 200. All of it. One says day, one says 2%. You're already You see what I'm saying, folks? They don't have a clue what their maximum loss per day or maximum loss per trade is. How do you calculate your maximum loss per trade, everybody? Put it in chat. That's all right, Kiki. I know you don't know. How do you calculate your maximum loss per trade, everybody? Based off your maximum loss per day, everybody. You can't get your maximum loss per day unless you calculate it off your maximum loss per day. Okay? And the reason a lot of you were in here are like 3%, 2%, 1%, 5%, 20%. It's all bullshit. You have no clue. And here's why. Okay? Because each trade that you take is different. Your maximum loss per trade and maximum loss per day is one value. It's a money value. The trade, your risk to reward, will be different every single time. You're not taking your trade based off of this. You are just taking your trade based off your risk to reward. The maximum loss per day and the maximum loss per trade is for you to not go over that and break your rules. Does everyone understand that? That is your safety net in the market. Your risk to reward is what you are basing your trade off of. Does everybody understand this? It depends on target profit. No, Master Rich. You can't know your target profit unless you know what you're risking. How the hell do you know what your target profit is? We're not psychic. The market doesn't say, and I'm just using you, Master Rich is in a trade. His profit target is 184.50. Let's make sure we get up there, everybody. No. Your profit is based off of your risk. You see how many people don't know these fundamentals of trading, these basics? And that is why you are losing all the time. That is why your losers are bigger than your winners, guys. Okay? Remember what I always told you. What you think you know, throw it in the garbage. It doesn't work, okay? And to determine that is look at your last 6 months of trading. How many people in here right now can tell me that over the last 6 months, you were green every month in the market? Month. How many people here were green for the last 6 months in the market? Joe Crow with the rose. Lino Rocho with the confetti. Tippy with the heartbeat. Christina Zan. Yes, thank you. There's not many in here, just the VIPers. Okay? There's not many. Not even 50% green. Okay? Not me. Don't you think something's wrong, folks? If you look at the last 6 months of your trading journey, they are all going to be red. What does that tell you? What you're doing doesn't work. That's a long time to base your trading off of. That is a long time, okay? So right now, your equity curve is looking like this on your journal. How many of you journal every day in the market? Say me or not me in the chat. How many of you journal every day in the markets? Not me. I will. That means you don't, Karen. Not me. Yeah, VIPers, I know that you do. It's a requirement. Not me. VIPers, yep. Okay, so the majority of non-VIPers in here, you don't journal. So you don't know what the hell your stats look like. You have no clue what your stat looks like. Imagine me as a general manager of a baseball team, a professional baseball team, okay? And I'm picking players to build a team to go win a championship. But I have no stats whatsoever to go off by. I am just going to guess and pick this person to play first, that person to play. I have no stats. How are we going to build a championship team if you don't know what the hell you're doing every day? Okay? So for those of you that are journaling, your equity curve is going to look like this when you come into our VIP. It's just, it is what it is. That's why you're joining the VIP. So here's your equity curve. Here's where you join the VIP. Your equity curve is still going to go like this for a little while, and then we're going to base it out, okay? And then we're going to turn that corner, okay? And while you're doing this, it's going to be painful. Okay, you're going to have thick skin in the market in order to be good at this, everybody, okay? We're going to start trending that way. Whoop! We're not going, listen to me. I need everyone to look at this chart. This is you before the VIP. This is going to be you if you're a hard worker during the VIP, all right? We're going to start putting this bottom on for you. Now, listen, here's what the problem is with the majority of people in society. That's where you join the VIP, right? That's the line right there. You think you're going to go from this to that in a matter of a week. That is the problem. Let me move this over for you guys. This is your current equity curve. That's where you join the VIP. And you think you're going to take a straight shot to freedom. Am I right? Hector Isaias, yes, with the finger heart. Hector, thank you. Karen, why do they think that? Because they're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. And the reason they're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme is because the majority of traders, retail traders that join the trading platform and the market are desperate. So they think they are going to go from zero to hero. That is not real life, folks. Okay? You are still going to go this way. And then we got to base this out and slowly make the churn to the upside. If you ask the majority of VIPers that are in here right now, that's what their equity curve looks like. They're starting to, now the ones that have been with me for 2 years, their equity curve is up here now, okay? That is what it's going to look like. But they put the time in. They did the suffering. They listened to what we were teaching them, okay? They follow their trading rules. You can't be good at this, folks, if you don't, not some type of discipline that you bring to the table. Trading will make you disciplined if you stay in it long enough, but most people can't. They can't go through the pain because what's going to happen is trading is going to show you all your weaknesses. For all of you that trade every day, has trading showed you what your weaknesses are? Yes or no? Put them in the chat. Ever have a student go zero to hero? No one goes to hero, Master Rich. They go from zero to consistent, okay? You're looking to be consistent in the market. If someone has the mentality of the market is going to guarantee them something every day, then trading isn't for you. Good job, everybody. Yes, sadly. Yes, sadly. Yes, sadly. Good job. Taco Poppy, yes, you're in the VIP. Congratulations, my brother. Right. Learning how the trade is going to show you who you are. And this is why the ones that like to pick things up and put them down, you're muscular. And I'm being serious, guys. They don't last long on the market. They don't last long on the market because their ego's too big. So listen, the market's going to show you how undisciplined you really are. Okay? It's going to show you how undisciplined you really are. It's going to show you how impatient you are, and it's going to show you how fast you quit things. Okay? It's going to show you how fast you quit things. Now, you got to remember the types of people that we are getting that want to be traders. All right? And this is going to sting a little bit, but this is everybody. The type of trader is the person who started a small business and didn't go so well. They started small business, didn't work. They tried a pyramid scheme. That didn't work out so well. They crossed that off their list. So now they come to the trading space. So the majority of the traders are get-rich-quick scheme people, all right? And we have to break through that mentality and teach them how to actually trade. Do you know how hard that is, everybody? Do you know how hard it is to break that mentality? It's hard. It's damn hard to break that mentality, okay? But when you get a trader that comes into the VIP, like Candy and Davion, all right, who is ready to work, who say, Voss, I'm going to do exactly what your teaching says, okay? Who show up to all the live trainings every week, who watch all the education videos that we have, new and old, over and over, who watch all the live recordings of the live trainings, who trade every day in the simulator. We're going to get into this in a second. And post their trades for review. Those are winners. Those are the winning people. The majority of the people that come in, they're just too lazy. They're not going to do anything. You know who you are. You're not going to do anything. And that's why you are where you are right now in society. Go back and look at the decisions you have made for the last 10 years. They weren't good decisions. They were decisions based off desperation. And now, majority of you are just making more of the same. You must change, everybody. Okay? Or you're going to be where you are. It's that simple. Now, in order to be a good trader and to grow as a trader, what must you do every day? Boom. I'm going to put it right there. What must you do in the markets every single day in order to be a good trader? It's amazing that the VIPers know all these answers, isn't it? Good job, Hayden. Proud of you, brother. Trade. You must trade. Okay? Let me ask you guys something. How many of you have children here? Say me in the chat. How many of you have children in here? When they are learning to drive, do you want them to keep driving every day to learn how to drive and understand how traffic flows? Or do you want them to sit home and read a book on how to drive every day and say, oh, honey pie, for the next year, you're just going to read the book on how to drive. We're not actually going to go out and drive. Would you rather have the child that drives every day or the child that stays home and reads a book about driving every day? Which one would you rather? I mean, it's common sense, everybody. Well, this is common sense. You must trade every day, okay? In the market, every day. You don't miss a trade. Trading is life if you love this game, okay? Now, so we know we're going to trade every day. Check, common sense. Now, do you want to trade your real hard-earned money in the market because you're going to lose every day until we get you cleaned up? Or do you want to be in a simulator trading the live market every single day? Because here's what's going to happen, and here's where the bulb goes off, everybody. In the VIP, you must be green 6 months straight with a minimum of 350 trades. Who can do it? Who can do it in the market? Diva, Candy, Little Monk. Thank you, my Candy. Somebody help Candy out there with the tinies. Yes. Marina, J. Wise, Hector, Joe Crow. Thank you so much. Right? This is common sense. You know what the majority of people do? I'm going to trade today. I'm going to be a trader. I'm only going to trade on Mondays and Thursdays. We're going to put our live hard-earned money in there, and we're going to hope that we win for the best. We're going to go all in. Deuces wild, baby. And you know what happens? They become part of the 92%. They come. Remember we talked about this yesterday? We are all as traders in this box, everybody. Look, we all start together, okay? We all start together. Look. What's the difference between these two boxes? Box A and box B. What's the difference? We all start together. We all start in the gym together, right? We're all on a health kick. We all start together. And we put 1,000 people in the gym. After a week, that 1,000 will go down to 500. After 1 week, boom, 500 will quit. Gone. After 2 weeks, that 500 will go down to 200. After 6 months, you're going to have about 20 people left in that gym. So which way are you going? Are you going to be in the 80% of Team A, or do you want to be in the 20% of Team B? Where do you want to be? Team A or Team B? This doesn't matter whether you're trading. It doesn't matter what you're doing. The majority of you are going to quit. I want you to realize that right now. Yes, Karen, you can join, sweetheart, anytime you want. Go. Someone tell Karen where to go, please. The majority of you are going to quit. All right? You don't got what it takes. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try it, though. But you don't got what it takes. How many of you have quitted? How many of you have quit more than 3 things in your life? Put me in the chat. Do it, folks. To get in the VIP, folks, you are going to head over to thevosstrading.com. Right here. That is where you're going to go to get into the VIP. Thevosstrading.com. You can just type it in. Hello, Rashawn. Hello, JJ. Good to see you. That's where you go to get into the VIP. There's a lot of me's in here. All right? There's a lot of me's in here. So for those of you that quit all the time, why is this going to be any different? Why would this be any different for you? Stings a little bit, doesn't it? Well, stop quitting, because your kids are watching you quit at everything, and then they're going to quit too. Little Monk, Heartmate, Candy, Diva. All right, Nvidia above 183 to the upside. Under 182, we said to the downside on Nvidia. We know coming into tomorrow on Tesla. We are in a narrow state on Tesla tomorrow. Yes, we know what. We're going to get something good out of Miss Tesla tomorrow, okay? Above 330.35, up under 327, under that whole number to the downside. Let's head over to them Qs. We got them Qs. Let's go, let's go. We'll be, let me make sure we're narrow here. Yeah, we'll narrow here on the Qs tomorrow. Above 575, up under 573.54 to the downside. What is this box called right here, everybody? This white box that we're putting on everything we trade, what is that called? Does anybody know? State? No. What is that called? Anybody know? This is the whip zone, everybody. The whip zone. Whip, 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 whip zone. Okay? You'll see other streamers now stole it. Whip zone. Okay? You must know. Remember what we talked about in trading? right? We're building our home. Risk is the foundation, okay? In the morning, when you put out your whip zone, this is the foundation of what you're trading. Without the whip zone, you can't do anything. This is where you start, the whip zone. How many of you know your whip zone levels every morning? Now, because I'm on all the time for the last 2 years, you do. But for those of you who are new here, you're like, what the hell is he talking about? That's why you lose in the market every day, okay? You must know where your whip zone level's at. Because if you open right in here, you got a problem. You ain't going to know what to do. You're going to guess, okay? So you got to know if you're coming out or under the whip zone. Got it? Okay? Good. Let's head over to Google. Remember, the bigger your whip zone, the whippier your stock's going to be in the morning. Oh, yes, we have a whole lesson on the whip zone. It's not just a whip zone. You'll learn a lot. You will be here on Google in a neutral state. Kind of narrow, but you're starting to get a little neutral here on Google, okay? But your whip zone is nice and tight, so that looks good, okay? Also, look at where you're coming out of on Friday, your narrow base here. So we're going to keep an eye on Google tomorrow, okay? We're going to head over to AMD. AMD, you are in a bearish neutral state tomorrow. This will be a little choppy coming out of the gates, okay, on AMD. So keep that in mind. You also see how we closed out on Friday. AMD will be a little choppy coming out of the gates. Let me go back into Nvidia. Nvidia, you're in this narrow state, but you're going to be choppy because of the way you closed out of Friday, okay? You're all over the place here. Tesla, let me go back to it. Tesla, yeah, you're going to be a little choppy out of this narrow state, okay? Because look at the move, all right? Now, if you look at Google, you got the narrow base here. So we're going to keep Google on watch coming into tomorrow. We just got to know what position we're going to be in. Let's head over to Amazon. Amazon, you're going to have some chop coming out, okay, for the first 5 minutes. You're going to be choppy. Here's your whip zone level, a little bit bigger, 222.73, 222.25, all right? It's a little bit bigger. You're in the narrow state, but we chopped out of Friday. You're going to be choppy coming into tomorrow. What else you want to look at? PLTR? Yeah, PLTR right here. You're going to be choppy. Let me get these whip zones in. Some will win, some will lose. You got a big whip zone here, so you're going to be chopping around. Also, look at your 200. So this is going to be a chop fest for about 15 minutes on PLTR. Apple. Right now, Google is the only thing that looks good. Apple, you are in a bullish neutral state. Anything gapping to the downside on Apple, you're going to stay away from for 15 minutes tomorrow because you're not going to go anywhere until your 20 catches up. You'll just be chopping around down here trying to short. Anything to the upside on here, major gaps up on Apple, you're not going anywhere until because you're in this neutral state. This will have to tighten up a bit, okay? So Apple will be a little chop tomorrow in the beginning as well. What else are we looking at? Put it in, and we'll put it in here for you guys. AMD, I think we did, right? AMD, yeah, you got a bearish neutral state here. So anything gapping up to the upside will be a bullish position. So you're going to have to wait a little bit. This will be a little choppy, yeah. Right now, Google's the only thing I see. Miss Market, don't stop believing. Miss Market tomorrow. You're narrow, but you're going to be choppy because of the way you closed out. You have a V-shaped reversal happening currently right now. All right, anything gapping up, we went over this at the start of the live. Anything up here, you pretty much want to stay away from. You could take something out of the gate here. Anything to the downside because we are in a bullish neutral state, you're going to stay away until you tighten up. Who's that? That must be Lino Rocha. Lino Rocha! With the money guns to the moon. Thank you, my Lino. SMCI, let's take a look. What gold do you want, Michael? What do you want? JB, what gold? Give me the symbol. All right, here at SMCI, you will be in a bearish neutral state. All right. you got a narrow base coming out of a little bit here, coming out of Friday, which is good. Anything gapping up on SMCI tomorrow, you're staying away from until your 20 catches back up here. You got to be in a narrow state going back this way to do anything to the upside, okay? Now, you do have some options here for shorting. Coming out of this position, you can short. Coming out of the whip zone, you can short. Coming out of position 2, you can short. Anything down here, gapping in 3, you're going to look for the reversal on, okay? Let me give you guys one of my best plays I love to take is when we're in this bearish neutral state and we gap up right in here. I love taking this short at the open because we are neutral. You are coming down. There is nobody taking that long. JPM. And you'll learn all of these setups in the VIP, everybody. You will learn all of this in the VIP. You are going to be shocked on what you don't know right now. VIP. Am I saying that right or am I wrong? Once you join, do you become shocked at how much you didn't know? Yes or no? Put that in, and we'll go over NQ and XRP here in a second. Does that sum it up pretty well? You're shocked on what you didn't know? Yes, says Sue. Yes, says Powder. Yes. You realize how much guessing you were doing, right? Before VIP, you're just guessing. I mean, you know you have no chance of winning. Narrow state on JPM. We'll put this on watch as well. You got a little narrow base coming out of this, okay? So anything out of position 1s, you look good. Narrow. Out of 2, you can go, okay? Anything up in 3, we're going to stay away from. We're going to look this way, okay? Anything out of 3 down here, we're going to look that way, okay? Because we can't, listen, folks, if we gap way up here, we're not going long at the open on that. We can't. We still want to think long because we gapped up. Don't get this wrong. But you don't know where your retracement is coming back down. If you retrace under 293, you're not looking to go long anymore. You're looking for a break of structure play, okay? Now, when we gap up into this position up here, if you come back right around 294, you can look for your long. Or 293, as long as you stay, you can look for your longs, okay? This is your 25 and 50% retracement levels. But if you crack that 50%, you're coming through the wickets, everybody. And you'll learn all about retracements in the VIP. We have a whole education on that. Soki with the rose. Christina with the rose. Yes, we are at 80,000 taps. Come on, guys. We got to get to 150. Everybody tap to the moon. Tap to the moon. Let's go. Let's take a look at XRP. The border with me. So right now here on XRP, we're going to put them in. Look, boom. Okay. Here you are on XRP. You're currently inside this whip zone as we mark this out. You are in a bearish neutral state here. So anything to the upside is right now. We're going to have something above us. There it is, the 5-minute 200. So we know that's going to be above us based on the state of our stock. We know we're in a bearish neutral state. We know we're going to have resistance above us. So let's keep marking these out, okay? I'm going to give you guys a golden nugget here. We're also going to have our 20 lurking. There it is, right there. And then there is our 200 to the downside. So at XRP here, we're going to go over to the 5. Bum, bum, bum. Anything above 320, I mean, you have room up to 322.16, but you really want to get over 322.50. This is the goose right here for a move up to 327 on XRP, all right? Back under 320 to the downside here. You're just coming back down to 315.55 when an event. That's all that's going to happen. Okay? You can just tell based off the state of your stock. Sue Felicia, we are 50% of the way on the Tiny Donny Trek. Yes, if you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We'd love to have you a part of the community. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Keep tapping. We are at 85,000 likes. Let's get over that 100. Let's do a tap blitz for 1 minute, everybody. Over there on YouTube, let's do a tap blitz. Go, go, go. Thank you, my Sue. Thank you for all the roses, Sue. Whoa, my Sue, yes. How many of you in here learn from us every single day? For non-VIPers, how many of you are learning in here every single day in the markets? See, you're cracking open now, see? So now what you want to do here on XRP, good job, Karen. Let me move this over. We're not chasing this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles. You want to come through, retest 319.32 for a move up to 322.16, okay? Or you want to come under 319.32, retest it for a move back down to 315.55. That's how you trade, everybody. JJ, if you're not in the VIP, you got to get in there, my friend. It's gonna really clear things up for you. Mighty with the heart me, Mighty with the rose. Good job, Taco. Taco Papi, good to see you, my friend, in that VIP. I'm so happy for you. Now, you got to give it time. Rome wasn't built in a day, okay? This is going to take us some time. Love the VIP. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Dave over there. Thank you, and Tenny Flows. Trial period? No. We don't do trial periods because we want people who are committed to trading. We don't want people who are like, I'll give it a try, because those are the same people who go to the gym on January 1st and quit after a week. I'm not saying that's you. I'm just saying in general. But the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, you know what I'm saying? Let's go, let's go, let's go. The Qs. On the Qs coming into, yeah, we'll do Netflix next. You are in this neutral state on the Qs, okay? Above 575, you want to get over the whole number, and you want to get under 573.54 on the Qs, all right? Let's take a look at Netflix. Netflix coming into tomorrow, you are in a bullish neutral state. You see how we're neutral here? So any gap up to the upside, you're really not going to do any running here because you're already in this neutral state. You're just going to become wider. So you're going to be looking for more of this on any gaps up tomorrow rather than longs, okay? On Netflix, at least. And anything to the downside here, for shorts, you got to wait till that 20 catches up and put you back into a narrow state, or you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to chop around. There's a reason why you chop around, folks, and that's what you're going to learn also in the VIP is why stocks chop. IBM, that's still around? IBM still around? IBM, you are in a bearish neutral state here on IBM. Anything to the upside, any gaps tomorrow, you are not doing anything until that 20 catches up and puts you back into a narrow state, or you're just going to chop around to the upside, okay? Under, if you're looking to short out of positions here and here, you can. Anything down here, you're going to look back up. Bam, 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 bam. You don't in the road, you're already there. So I'm taking miles, creaking miles, I'm making. You know, people are desperate when they have to post their own link in YouTube because they don't get anybody. I'm sorry that you don't have anybody. First thing you're doing wrong, Live TradeX, is you're trading live. That's the first thing, because you're losing, and the people that are following you are losing because you don't know what you're doing. So get rid of that out of your business model. Mighty with the rose, mighty with the heartbeat, yes. Let's go, let's go. Tap, tap, tap. PLTR. PLTR, you will be in a neutral state here, kind of narrow on PLTR, but you're just looking at whole numbers, okay? You're going to watch this pivot up here at 188, all right? That's a big boy right there, 188, okay? Let's go back to the guy in here who said the cup and handle. Remember cup and handle guy? On Thursday? Was it Thursday? Where was cup and handle guy? Was that Thursday? Oh, no. No, it was here. It was Friday, right? Friday, yes. Cup and handle guy. He said, Voss, we're going to the moon. Remember cup and handle guy? I said, no, you're not. You're not going to the moon based on the state of your stock. He tried to go to the moon. He got wrecked. $5 per share. He got wrecked, everybody. Cousin Judd uses TrendSpider charts and Lightspeed Broker. Been trading for 13 years. You're here for a reason, Cousin Judd. That's all I'm going to say. You know, the subconscious is powerful, my friend. Look at that that guy, cup and handle guy. Remember cup and handle guy? He don't come back anymore. Look, Voss, we got the cup and handle. Look. Oh, yeah. The state of your stock rules the roost. I don't give a shit about your cup and handle or your inverse head and shoulders. Look, everybody. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. People who trade these types of setups, you know where they belong? Are we ready? They belong in the circus with the rest of the clowns out there. Let's go. Let's go. How many of you used to be like that? Used to sit here and go, okay, I think this is a cup and handle. This is a cup and handle. And got wrecked. Let's get our head and shoulder play. Let's get our inverse head and shoulder play. What are you, 5? What are we, 5? Uber, yes. My family laughs because they say that they love when we're together. They love coming up to me if there's somebody new that we're hanging out with, and they go, that person likes to trade, because they know, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to make a fool out of them. But I don't do that. That's not why I do it. But the first thing I say was, what was the last thing you traded? And they'll be like, oh, it's usually Tesla, because novices love Tesla. They think they're going to get rich quick. I traded Tesla on Thursday. Yeah, what state was it in at the open? Do you know when you traded it? And they look at me like they just had deer in headlights. What? What state was the stock in when you traded it? Oh, I have no idea. You know what position you were in? Oh, no clue. What number in the cycle were you in? Oh, I have no idea. They just don't know. So basically I say, and I'm nice, you just guessed. And they admit it. Yes, I guess. So you're not really a trader. You're just a gambler. Correct. Okay. And then you'll see in the corner my mom sitting there like this. Let's go, everybody. Tap, 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 tap. And now, VIPers, you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing, my VIP. But be nice to them, all right? We do want to help them in the end. Yes, the VIP is open, everybody. You are going to head over to thevosstrading.com. $49.99 a month. I'm not going to rob you like everyone else does. What they charge you? $100, $200 a month? Something up front first? Yeah, we don't do that. $49.99 a month. You're in. You can learn how to trade or keep losing. Choice is yours. Lito Rocha, yes. Mighty. Sue Felicia. Soki, thank you so much. Christina Zan, Little Monk, Marina, J Wise. Let me go from the top. It's easier here, okay? JDM, Paul Miranda, Marcus, BSM, Levi Johnson, Ray, Davion, only Dan in the UK. We're still researching that. Buckeye, Candy, Martini, Lido, excuse me, Andrew the Believer, Powder, Agni OMZ, Tippy, Joe Crow, Hector, Isaias, Little Monk, Diva, Christina Zan, I love you. Hillary, thank you. Who else we got? All right. That was an easy one. Thank you over there on YouTube. Thank you, Tenny Flows. Thank you, Mr. Dave, for all the donations, everybody, and all the gifts. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let me ask you all, do we love this game of trading? Do we love it? Yes or no? If you love this game, put yes. Flood the chat with yeses. Let's go. Let's go. Do we love this game? Do you think about this all the time? Who loves Mondays? Put me in the chat. Who loves Mondays? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody, in the morning. Love you all. Have a great day. Get in that VIP and learn how to trade. Stop guessing. Don't be a damn fool. Let's go, Wizard. Yes. Self-paced, Supreme. VIP is self-paced.